the whole day. So I can tell by the laughs that you guys remember the outfit. So I cannot show you pictures, but I will invite you to go onto Facebook and look at photos. So there are plenty. So this costume, the reason I wore it was because I lost a bet. I lost a bet with a good friend of mine, Kristen McGurk. She's the camp director of many, many years. I don't want to put a number on it because it'll be more than that. She and I started a bet before camp, and it has to do with Facebook. It was, if you can, whoever gets the most love on this particular status update, and for those of you who aren't familiar with Facebook, I apologize. Anyway. So those of us, she basically won this contest we had, and so the agreement was that whoever would win would dress the other for an entire day, in anything, practically, within reason. So it turned out that I wore this ridiculous Hawaiian outfit, short sleeve, button-down Hawaiian shirt with short shorts to match in this Hawaiian motif, plus white boat shoes and a white bucket cap. Not to mention, well, I have extremely white legs, so it kind of, that'll give you an image. So the point is, I was totally okay with it. And I stood up there on stage, and I was just kind of like this. I know they're white, I know. I know the shorts are too short, I know. Let's build a labyrinth. I'm just saying. So the point of the whole thing about the costume and the bet was Kristen and I, among others, vibrate on such a high level that I don't care what 260 teens think what I look like. Does that make sense? Of course I care, but I don't know. It was mind-blowing for me. It was a very good experience for me to step up there. And so I wore this costume all day, and I was running back and forth between teams who were carrying rocks and then putting the rocks between a river and the maple grove. So I was the liaison, and I was running in this ridiculous outfit, and it was so much fun, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And that week was truly one of the more transcendent experiences in my life. And it taught me something really, really, really important that I had heretofore been sort of grasping at, but not really getting. And that is my life's work is service. But not just, any service. Really focused, intentional, profound, deep service. And so that's where I'm sort of heading in my young adult life. I'm sort of on the cusp of finding the conduit, the expression for that right now. So I invite you to bear with me, and maybe next year, who knows? Anyway, I don't want to limit myself by saying anything. So the reason I share all these things about the Abraham Path and camp, beyond just validating my being in this position, is because I want to express that this position is not me, and I am not this position. In that, this is a stepping stone. This experience of being YCL, of serving at this level, is a stepping stone for me. And I hope you understand exactly what I mean, because I don't want to subvert the trust, responsibility that my peers and you put in me being in this position, and there is so much more for me to do than just this. And this is the powerful stepping point for me. So I really, really want to stress that. So I talked about selfless service, And I mentioned that the title of my talk is State of the Union. Now, the reason I say union, beyond it being a political reference, the reason I say union is because I've been involved in this process of integration. And I have gotten to a point of union. I mean, I don't want to subvert this process, but I'm already there. And I'm not the only one. I know that everyone in this room, at some level, is already there. I see a hand. Yeah, there's another hand. See? And I know that it is important what we are doing now. It is integral to the end result. And the youth, myself included, are so there already. I mean, we're so, I just can't stress that enough. We are so there and moving beyond, and that's my point. Because what we're doing is important, and we have so much to give to the world. So let's make it happen, you know? Let's make it happen. So I'd like to just share one more thought with you, and then I'd like to pray, because I've found that praying is the best way for me to finish a talk. So I memorized this quote before my speaking at Reverend David Alexander's church after camp, and I love it because it's chock full of adverbs. And but the reason it is because it covers everything in one sentence, and it's by I found it in a book by Neil Donald Walsh. So it goes a little something like this. We are the individuation of the singularity, experiencing life sequentially, simultaneously. One more time? One more time. We are the individuation of the singularity, experiencing life sequentially, simultaneously. I don't think it can be said any more simply or more confusing. And I mean that honestly. I mean that honestly. So my challenge for you, in closing, my challenge for you is to step up to be fully engaged in our integration and mindful of what is beyond, the extra integration. Right? Okay, I'm glad you're with me on that. I'm glad you're with me on that. Good, so let's pray.